The best way to explain Isaac Asimov's Foundation series is that it's Star Wars on steroids. There are multiple storylines that take place over thousands of years and involve galactic empires, wars, assassinations, betrayals, you name it. But if you think Game of Thrones is confusing, then boy, do I have the series for you. The Foundation series is not one cohesive story. Instead, it's a collection of stories about a group of people known as psychohistorians who attempt to influence the future of the galaxy in order to prevent its destruction. It all begins with Hari Seldon, a brilliant mathematician who creates a new science called psychohistory, which allows him to predict the future by calculating the actions of large groups of people. Using his newfound powers, Seldon predicts the imminent collapse of the Galactic Empire and its replacement by a barbaric dark age lasting 30,000 years. However, Saladin believes he can change this outcome through a series of maneuvers designed to shorten the Dark Age to just 1,000 years. His plan involves two groups, the Foundation and the Empire, who will unknowingly do his bidding. Now, since this is a show about people influencing the future, there are a lot of time jumps. The main characters die and get replaced by their descendants or other characters who share the same name. So pay attention, because I'm only going to explain this once. The first season takes place over a few hundred years before the fall of the Empire. Hari Seldon lives in a world where the vast majority of people are illiterate and superstitious, but technology has advanced to the point where starships and robots are commonplace. Seldon uses his knowledge of math and the newly discovered science of psychohistory to predict the fall of the Empire and eventually convince the Emperor to fund his research into shortening the Dark Age. Seldon and his fellow psychohistorians establish the Foundation on a remote planet in the Outer Rim, while the rest of the scientists flee to a more hospitable planet called Terminus. Meanwhile, the Galactic Empire is crumbling from within. Rival factions vie for power, while the Emperor's adopted son, a ruthless young man named Cleon, amasses an army in preparation for a civil war. Unbeknownst to everyone, Seldon's predictions have already begun to come true. His most trusted student, a young woman named Salvor Hardin, has been secretly appointed as the leader of the Foundation, while another student of his, a mysterious drifter named Gall Dornick, has become the confidant of the Emperor's daughter, who is being held hostage by her own father. The second season covers the events that take place during and immediately following the fall of the Galactic Empire. The Foundation continues their work on psychohistory while secretly amassing an army of their own, preparing for an inevitable confrontation with the Empire. Meanwhile, Cleon finally seizes power and establishes a new dynasty, but he soon finds himself at war with the Foundation and other enemies. As the body count rises, suspicion falls on Salvor Hardin, who becomes the prime suspect in a series of murders. And as if things weren't complicated enough, the Foundation receives a visit from an envoy of the future. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you, this stuff gets complicated. Like, really complicated. Even with my extensive notes, I had a hard time summarizing the main plot points without leaving out important details. To be honest, I probably should have watched the show before I made this video, because I'm sure I missed some crucial details. That being said, if you like shows about political intrigue, war, murder, betrayal, and if you like your stories to take place over thousands of years with characters who live and die, only to be replaced by other characters with the same name, then this show is for you.